He's got the lights. I'm not going to be able to wear the shades though and see.
You can start like that. It'd be pretty funny.
Maybe. Let's see.
Hey Gary, I'm doing a test audio. You want to lean in and give me a test 1 2?
Test 1 2.
And
hey,
here's here is we have a new one. Should I surprise
At
you?
tntcustoms.com, you can use our coupon code.
We got a new voice, Gary. And Bill, give me a test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
All right.
And we are live. It might be a new URL now, though. So.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna stay with this one now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, I can just reshoot to this one. If it drops, I should be able to reconnect to this one.
Okay. Gary's lips are moving, but I don't hear him. Oh, that's because I hit mute on it.
Ooh.
And
Hey,
here's here is nice. Oh,
At tntcustoms.com, you can use our coupon code.
wow. So our audio is all getting through out to the YouTube channel.
So they get everything.
They get everything.
We're live.
This is awesome.
It might be a new URL now, though.
All right, we're okay. So that played.
We have 5 viewers.
Wait, did it play? That was pretty awesome. Hey Gary, I'm doing a test audio. You want to lean in and give me a test 1 2?
Test 1 2.
And
hey,
here's here is we have a new one. Should I surprise
At
you?
tntcustoms.com, you can use our coupon code.
We got a new voice, Gary. And Bill, give me a test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
All right.
Test 1 2.
People on YouTube
got
are
him.
like going, what the heck?
I got him. Okay, so now I got this one. Let me update our live edit, our video feed. How do I edit this thing? How do I edit the post? Am I logged in? Oh, I'm not logged in. There we go. Now I'm logged in and edit. And now I can go specific. So folks, just hang tight. We're just buttoning up everything. Again, thanks for joining us. And let's see, did we get any others? Doug should be connecting up soon. Oh, that's so great. All right, this is getting shut down now. You want to close that door, Gary? All right. Bill, I'm going to stop my view of the feed so we just don't burn more. Wow, Gary, you're super clear, man.
Yeah.
The camera loves him.
Camera loves you. Chris Martin says, love the sunglasses. James says, all I see is neon yellow. Is this a video of the sun?
Why, yes, it is, James.
Boy, we're probably gonna get a lot of keyboard typing in this episode. All right, let's see.
Ask Us Anything, a live show with your host, Gary Henderson, Gary Tomlinson, and in-studio guest, Bill Landon.
How's it going, Bill?
Overlandon.
Doing good, guys.
All right, thanks for joining us, and thank you all for joining us on this fantastic voyage here at Funny Moon Studios, because we are the podcast guys who love to build them, wheel them, fix them, and then turn around, we package it all up and share it with you. And look at this, we get a special time to bring it all online for our viewers right now, dude. We have viewers, not just listeners.
We have viewers?
We have viewers.
I don't know. Bill's got a lot of gizmos in here.
And don't forget, folks, share it with your friends, too.
The lights are so bright, I had to wear my shades.
Gary.
I'll take them off in a bit when I start messing up.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see.
I can barely see. Well, today we're trying something totally new. That's right, a live show. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks to our good buddy, Bill, and Jeepcast Media.
Nice.
We got some listener feedback.
Hard me not to, but no, we could not not use child labor. I mean, their hands are so delicate. How else are you going to keep the material that soft if you're not using the soft, delicate hands? Have all the right stuff. I don't have the high steer bolt kit yet.
Not yet?
No. And we found out that I'm still trying to track down exactly why this tab, if we had experience doing it, then we would know what we were in for and we would know where to mock things up. But we're kind of learning as we're doing. So everything takes a little bit longer. One thing that we didn't account for, Gary, was we started mocking up the ram and we left the ram about perpendicular to the axle.
Yes.
Well, I double checked all of the pictures that I could find on this, and you do not put it parallel. You actually angle it up. So it's maybe going up at what could be a full like 30 degrees coming off the axle.
Off the axle because you mount it on the top of the lower.
No, the top of the tube.
You
top-ish.
On top-ish.
Yeah. So it just means what it means is that the lower control arm bracket on the axle is even more in the way. So we got to cut more of those brackets out. We're probably gonna have to find some way to reinforce it too.
Oh no.
Yeah, but doing that is what makes it possible for the skid for the ram for that to be horizontal. So that's going to be going straight off of the axle, but of course it needs to leave room for the ram to go up higher.
Oh,
Exactly.
What does the nag one take?
I didn't look. I just kept filling it up and then tested it with the dipstick and got it to above full. So it's going to start pushing fluid into the coolers.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that one tonight. I think we will just worry about probably the power steering the most.
Well, you're not going to go anywhere if you try and put it in gear.
No. I don't want to put it in gear. No. It would be bad to put it in gear because then the transmission would start spinning and I have no way to stop it. We'd have to put it in neutral and then somehow guess that it stopped spinning before putting it into park. Otherwise, gears will grind.
Because it's not attached to anything.
It's not attached to anything.
Well, I mean, it is not attached to any axles.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if the transfer cases are in neutral, then we won't even see yokes spinning, or they're not even yokes; they're flanges.
The output shafts, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to put it in gear. We'll leave it in park, but we'll do the startup for the first time and see if that works. All right. So you got to stay tuned for that, folks. We're going to get to that a little bit later in the show. Gary, tell us about the events.
Well, we have, we've got some new ones. Actually, so King of the Hammers is coming up in just under 2 weeks, February 1st, actually, through the 9th in Johnson Valley, ORV, California. And we have some updates on some drivers that we know. So Off Track Motorsports, John Matthews, he's going to race an Everyman Challenge on Wednesday, February 6th in his famous car number 4580. And guess what? John got enough points last year in Ultra 4.
Yeah.
He's going to race in the King of the Hammers.
Wow, the big show?
Yeah, he's got a rig that he's going to drive. He's going to drive car 222.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
In the 4400 class. So,
wow, congrats, John.
So John is really an animal. He's going to go twice.
And John came through for me, man.
What did he do?
He lent me some wheels to get mocked up on my Jeep. So now I can get them on there, and they're 5-inch back spacing, so I can test if 5 inches of back spacing is the right, or if I need to go 4.5, or if I need to go 5.5.
So I can 72.5-inch wide axles. That's a whole new challenge.
Exactly. They're super wide axles. And so thank you, John. And, of course, John is with Auburn Car Repair and Off-Road on the south end. And really for a large parts of Puget Sound area, there's nobody you can beat. No. John is all over the place, helpful to everybody, and a great shop, Auburn Car Repair and Off-Road.
Absolutely. And so also Boss Racing, Bill Schultz is going to run the Everyman Challenge as well in car 4622.
His JL.
Is he going to run a JK or JL?
He's been building up the JL. Is that not what he's been racing?
I actually don't know which one they're racing.
Oh.
I guess we're going to wait and see.
I assume it's the JL. He's been building that up. It's the JL. Come on, Gary.
Maybe somebody knows. I don't know. I just know the car number. It's 4622.
All right. They say it's getting better now, Bill.
And guess what? From Grocery Getter, Rock Racing. Kyle Cunliffe is also going to run an Everyman Challenge on the 6th in car 4555. That's Clint's son. Can you believe that?
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so that was enough on King of the Hammers.
Clint is going to be stoked for him, man. That's gonna be a blast.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Olympic 4x4
Yeah.
parts. So Olympic 4x4 up in Snohomish is, as you know, closing down. And now they're going to have a parts and equipment auction on February 22nd, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. up in Snohomish. I think we're going to go up there and see if we can score anything maybe, huh?
Oh.
I'm going to go
You think
up
we
there.
got to get up there and
I wonder if
start
they have any good tools
decking
or
out the
anything
McCann Hack Shack?
I wonder if they might have a few good tools.
Maybe.
Let's go check it out.
I saw that they had the DeWalt grease gun,
Yeah?
powered grease gun. The one I already have. They got one. So if you want one too, Gary.
Maybe I can score it cheap. I'm going to go see.
Guys, if you don't have one of those, that is of my favorite tools. It makes greasing.
God.
I mean, like I dreaded having to do the manual pumping of greasing, but now with the powered one, I'm under there 3 times as often as I need to be, Gary.
Just got to run that DeWalt. Let's see. We also have the Spanaway Moonshiners 37th Annual Swap Meet, going to be March 10th down at the Puyallup Fairgrounds in Puyallup, Washington. And for people that are out of state, just try and pronounce that. It's an interesting name. And also, this is not for a while, but the 2019 Bantam Heritage Jeep Festival, June 7th through 9th in Butler, Pennsylvania. Pre-registration is open if you want to get early.
Nice. Now, Kurt reminded us about Chirobody racing? Chirobody?
Yeah.
Racing. So that I guess they're also going to be there. I don't know much details about it.
Oh.
James asked if we're excited to see John in person at KOH run his 4400. Gary, are you excited?
Well, James is going to see him in person.
James is going to see him in
I think
person.
he's teasing us.
Yeah, he's teasing us for
He
sure.
is. James,
He knows you already bailed, and I'm on a hair's line of not being able to make it. Like everything, Gary, the build gods have not been helping with this. Every single step that could be delayed has been delayed. You know what I found out today got delayed?
What?
My engine skid. Ordered it about 3 weeks ago. Was kind of waiting patiently for it to show up. Emailed them, and they had a problem getting aluminum into the manufacturer.
Oh no!
And so they got it welded up today, and we'll be shipping it to Thursday. So there's somebody who joined it named Pug Smack. I'm gonna guess that that's Andrew.
That sounds like Andrew.
That sounds like it could be Andrew.
Pug Smack.
He says he's wearing his bright safety yellow Jeepcast hoodie right now. Thanks, Andrew.
Just like us.
Just like us.
Yeah.
All right. Any other events, Gary? Did you wrap that up?
There'll be more next time.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Hey, folks. If you're online, Andrew's wearing his yellow hoodie. Gary, you got yours on. I got mine on. These are the rave, folks. It is look at this material. Look at this material. It is super soft. It's unbelievably comfortable. Everybody says so. They're great. Hey, Gary, how much are these things?
Oh, let's see. Well, the child's $22. An adult is $27, and a little bit more if it's like a 2XL sizes, and it's $3 per hoodie for shipping. So I guess $30 normally for an adult, $25 for a kid.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now we have to get these prices as low as they are. We have to do bulk ordering. So we have a window open from now through February 15th. So get your orders in now. That's just a few more weeks left, folks. A few more weeks left. Get your order in. We couldn't say this for the first order, Gary, that these were super comfortable hoodies. We didn't know. We didn't have them.
But we have people who have told us.
But now that we have them,
yeah,
and now that others have them,
yes,
it is universally known that these are the most comfortable hoodies on the planet.
Is that certified?
Dude, they're made from real unicorn hair. And not the low quality unicorn hair like the unicorns that you see that are like out to pasture. These are fresh, young unicorns with nice, soft, furry hair.
This is getting awkward.
Okay, Gary, let's be moving on.
So I guess we're learning a little bit about Bill. He's into unicorns, it sounds like. Wow, man. All right. Well, look, there's no judging here. There's no judging. There's no judging. You want to be in unicorns, that is all to you. But it's all fantastic. So this is our safety green is what it's called.
It's our signature trail color.
It's our signature color. All of the cool kids, be bold. Wear bold, be bold. That's what we like to say.
These are bold.
These definitely are bold. And of course we still have t-shirts. So we love to put Anne-Marie to work. She's the one who's going to ship out the t-shirts. We got to get some t-shirt orders in. If you don't have a t-shirt,
spring's coming.
We got them. Check us out. nwjeepcast.com/t-shirts. Oh, and the hoodies are nwjeepcast.com/hoodies. So nwjeepcast.com/t-shirts for our t-shirts. We have men's sizes, women's sizes, children's sizes, different colors. You can let us know what you want and we will get it shipped out to you. Come on, folks. Anne-Marie needs more stuff to do. So come on, put her to work.
Put her to work. It's easy for me to say.
All right, Gary. Feedback. Who did we hear from?
Well, our good buddy Steven down from San Diego way, I believe. Hi, Gary and Gary. Quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on buying the Rubicon Hard Rock wheels as an upgrade to the stock 16x7 sport rims? I found a set of 5 with 285, 75, 17 Toyo ATs, 50% tread remaining. You get the deal. Is it a deal, or should I just save up for some aftermarket with the right back spacing for 33s or 35s?
Yeah, so I shot him a reply. I'm not sure I remember all the stuff off the top of my head, but basically, I mean, like my advice in this space when you start talking about buying wheels is figure out if you're going to ever go to beadlocks. Save yourself the double hop. I understand that there's value in getting out of stock wheels and kind of getting something that's more personalized, getting something that you think is cooler looking. I think there's value in that, and that's totally fine. But if you're going to try to live by the spend once motto and don't spend your money twice, figure out if you're going to go to beadlocks and then just go straight there. I know it's going to be a little bit, more expensive, harder to get there in one shot, but so I basically gave him that advice, and he replied back. He was something to the effect of, thanks a lot for making my decision harder.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, we do have other feedback. I think we'll probably go next time because this show might go a little bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into. Oh no, dude!
What?
It's time to rock out, man.
Yeah.
We can't forget about this. Let's because everybody loves it. Bill, you got a air instrument ready? He's busy working.
Always busy.
All right. Well, here it is. Jeep of the week. Yeah. Jeep of the week. Jeep of the week. Jeep of the week. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. This is how we rock it out every time. Gary, we go through our first 20, 30 minutes, and we need this wake-up call.
We do.
It's time to get rocking out. Oh, my gosh. Now I'm exhausted.
Are you exhausted?
Just like always, I was rocking hard on my air drums.
Yeah.
Gary, you were boogieing on down with your air guitar.
Yeah.
Bill?
It's going viral, man. We're up to 10,000 viewers.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Of course, Jeep of the Week drives it up.
They're hot for your rocking out.
Nice. And your air instrument?
I was just doing the horns.
Air horns.
Air horns.
All right. Very good. We dig it. All right. So we got some questions, and they are streaming in.
We didn't announce what the Jeep of the Week.
Oh yeah.
Details.
I got so excited about the song. Thanks for catching that, Gary. See, somebody's got to pay attention to the show.
Yep.
I'm glad it's you. All right. Well, this was sent in by our buddy Eric, and he found himself a cool XJ in Monroe on his way out to go skiing. So I got to imagine he was going up to Stevens Pass.
Yeah, I think it was Stevens.
Yep.
Yep.
And this is a pretty cool XJ. I dig him.
Oh, it's nicely built.
Yeah, it's built.
Yeah.
Probably a 4-inch lift at least.
Oh, at least on the XJ.
At least,
for
yeah,
sure.
on the XJs, and probably
Might even be 6.
yeah. I think you got to do like a 6-inch lift to get 33s on it, right?
It has at least 33s.
At least 33s. I'm not sure if it was bigger than 33s, but
I think they were 33s.
they looked about
Yeah.
33s and steel wheels.
Yep.
I like that look.
Yep.
I did that. I did steel
You
wheels
used to rock
first.
the steel wheels.
I'd rock the steel wheels, and We have a bunch of people online asking if it's a black JK.
No,
Not this time.
it's a green.
It was
XJ.
a dark green XJ, and had a roof rack on it as well. So if that is your Jeep, then you are the Jeep of the week. Send us an email at nwjeepcast@gmail.com, and we'll send you out some Jeepcast swag.
Absolutely.
All right, Gary, you want to kick off the first questions?
Oh my God! So the main topic is ask us anything.
Ask us anything.
Do we have to answer? I guess they can whatever.
We have to answer everything that we can ask, man.
Oh my gosh!
All right.
So our buddy David from Oregon, I'd like to know how Gary and Gary first met.
Oh, that's a great
that was
story.
a while back.
That was a long time ago. What are your youngest daughter and my oldest daughter were starting soccer together, probably first grade?
First grade.
First grade for them. So that had to have been something like 18, 19 years ago.
Yeah.
19 years ago, probably.
Hard to believe.
And so they played soccer from first grade
to
11th or 12th,
something like that.
all the way through.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, maybe 10th, 10th or 11 or something like that.
Bridget played through... She got
it
mono
wasn't
in the
12th.
11th grade, so she gave up in the 11th grade when she got mono.
Oh, okay. So
Bridget actually went on to play for Redmond.
For the high school, too.
Redmond High School.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were playing together that long. It had to have maybe been 10th grade, maybe
9th or 10th.
for Justina.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. I'm pretty sure it was into high school. So yeah, we've been friends for that long, and our daughters stayed friends after they stopped playing soccer, of course.
Yes.
And then I come home one day, and I had recently bought my Jeep.
Yep.
And I thought I'd left it in the garage, but I come out to find Bridget sitting in the driveway in my Jeep.
Yeah.
And I go up to her and I say, Bridget, what are you doing in my Jeep? And she looked at me super confused and scared, I think. I'm sure I probably had like mean, angry dad face on, which she never gets from you. So it was a very foreign look, angry dad. And she was like, it's my dad's Jeep. And I'm not sure that I believed her at first, Gary. I ran into the garage to see, is my Jeep still in the garage? And it was. So then only then did I believe her.
And then we realized that within a week we both bought black JKU's Robocons.
Within a week, you bought yours a week before I bought mine, and we did not know the other was going to buy it. No. But I want to keep going with the story a little bit because I think the best part was then I realized this and I got a hold of you and we started exchanging emails, and I'm like, dude, what are you going to build it up to? Because, I knew what I was getting into when I bought my Jeep. I was wheeling a Titan before that, and I built it up, and I learned it's way too big for the trails here in the Northwest. And I knew that I needed to get a Jeep. And even when I bought it, I already had my shopping list. I knew I was going to 37s. So then I asked you an email. I said, Gary, what are you going to build it up to, man? And what'd you answer me?
I really had no idea. And I thought, I don't know, maybe 33s. and the arms race started right there, I think. You have greatly upped the ante.
Yeah. Well, you've been in the lead for a really long time.
But I got blown out.
Yeah. And so then you said, okay, did you ever buy the 33s? Did you take that as a step?
No.
35s were your first tire.
Betsy she was all upset, and so I had to get 35s, and then I pouted, and I got 37s within like 3 months.
Wow.
So,
and then?
Well, then I went on the Rubicon, and our buddy Huck was driving with 40s, and he wasn't hitting any of his body parts, and we kept clanking along, and she goes, well, why is Huck missing? And I go, he's on 40s. So he goes, well, maybe we should get some 40s.
That's awesome. See, this is why Betsy is the best.
So she's okay with 40s, but not 42s.
No, 42s got too big. You started breaking too much stuff.
Yes.
All right. So, David, that's goes all the way back to how we first met. Joe chimed in with,
let's see. What is one of your most memorable moments in Jeeping? Ooh.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Well, there's a few. Clearly, when we were climbing where Eagles Dare, and we were going up that outcropping, I wasn't sure if the Jeep was actually going to lose the tranny fluid, and the
Yeah.
steepest thing I'd ever climbed.
Yeah.
So that sticks in my brain because I was definitely sweating.
So it's awesome that you said that because my brain went straight to where Eagles Dare as well. But since you did that one, I think what I'm probably gonna have to do is Potato Salad Hill.
Oh yeah.
I
There's a certain climb you did.
I got dangerously close to rolling down into the ravine. Folks on the show have heard this story. I won't go into too much detail, but I took the far left line, which basically there's only one person that ever goes over there. It's that Toyota with the doubler transfer case and sticky tires. And he basically just goes up that, honks his horn. He's got big air horns on it, scares everybody, and then tries to taunt people into going over there. Well, I eyeballed it for a good amount of time, and I thought I had a line to get up. And I got right up to the last crest. And I looked at it and I said, oh my gosh, I just got to get over this little tiny, it's not even like a rock to climb up it. It was just a lump. I'm like, all I got to do is just get over that lump. As soon as I hit it, I lost all power.
Did tranny let go?
The tranny let go, but Gary, this was the first time that the tranny had ever let go.
Right.
So I was completely baffled. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, the way I wheel, especially like dangerous stuff like that, is I'm tend to try to think about, okay, here's where I'm at. 3 things might happen right now. Here's my contingency plan for each one. And I'm just kind of like rolling through these plans and contingencies as they're coming. I had no idea that tranny going out would be an item on my list. And luckily, through some magic, I did not roll down.
And I think Paul was leaning out the other direction.
So Paul was in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have his
Weight.
200 and something pounds on the passenger side,
you would have gone over.
I'm positive I would have gone over. Like, having that weight
Your
over the
tires
passenger
lifted a little
seat,
bit.
it would have lifted up, and it would not have. That would have been
A
just
disaster.
disastrous. I mean, it would have been a multi-rollover event because that ravine goes
A ways.
100 feet at least, maybe 200 feet.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, I mean, it could even be 100 yards. I don't know. So that would have been a multi-rollover event. Glad that didn't happen, but that is probably one of my most memorable moments. Joe also asked, knowing what you do now, would you have taken a different route with your builds?
Oh man, for sure.
You would have built for 40s right away.
I would have bought a sport.
Yeah.
If I knew everything now,
Yeah.
I would have bought a sport.
Yeah.
I would have probably put a doubler in the Rubicrawler in it, even though I'd have the 2.7.2. I would put probably the Rubicrawler and double it down, so I could go pretty low. Probably would have just then. Well, maybe not. Maybe I would have upgraded to the Atlas. I would have gone straight to 60s for axles and right up to 40s.
Nice.
And I did get the suspension right. I went with the Off-Road Evolution coilover system from the very beginning. So
Right.
I got that right.
You got the top of the line suspension that you could get,
Still works fine.
and it works great.
So, but I think I would have definitely gotten the sport and built it up. I mean, the Rubicons were cool and all, but it's like, I don't have much Rubicon left.
I don't
You have like no Rubicon left.
very little
Do
Rubicon.
you have
left.
any? No. You don't have an engine. You don't have a tranny. You don't have a transfer case. You don't have the axles. You don't have the sway bar links. What do you have that's Rubicon?
I have power windows.
Oh, well, that's all of them can have that. I mean, Rubicon.
No, sports don't have power windows.
Yeah, they do. Bridget has power windows in her sport.
Well, maybe that's an option. I looked at some sports that literally still had a crank handle. I'm like, what is this thing? Kids these days don't even know what a crank handle is.
I probably would have gotten the electric windows though, because
Yeah.
those are, when we have the steel
Right.
doors on. How about you, Gary? What would you do?
You know, I don't think I would have done very much different, honestly. I don't think it would have been realistic for me to ever imagine that I was going to do the LS swap when I did. And I don't think I would have ever imagined doing 60/80. But I went right from the beginning to 37s. And I've stayed with 37s for 8 years.
8 years, 9
8 years.
Yeah.
So I built for 37s. There's stuff along the way that, broke and had to, fix it and do something better with it. That I think is par for the course. But I had that thing very well dialed in at 37s. I mean, I bombed the heck out of everything. Flew down Cane Creek. That's another wonderful memory.
Oh yeah.
Racing the guys last year, going down through Cane Creek. Casey was a mad dog, just racing down Poison Spider, and Chad was just bombing, and I only caught up and passed to him because I sent him the wrong direction. He got to an intersection. I told him go left, and it was right.
And then you said, "Sucker."
See you, sucker. And so it was very well dialed in. So I don't have regrets on that part. Now it's going to be a totally different Jeep, way built up. Related to that, now that I'm talking about it, I'll jump in with a live question we got. John chimed up and said, "What's the hardest part of the swap, aside from the credit card bills?"
All the fab work on the axles.
Well, I guess it depends on what he means swap, like the engine swap or all the axle swap. If he's just talking engine swap.
What do you think's been the hardest so far?
Of the engine swap alone,
Yeah.
No, I think the axles, the geometry, and the bracketry, that's all definitely the hardest part. 'Cause none of that stuff is bolt on. On the engine, oh gosh, it's hard. It's hard. Bruiser did a really fantastic job putting a kit together. They talked me through it from the beginning, and they said, Aaron reminded me that was 2 years ago that we were doing the racing.
It just seems like a year ago.
It just seems like yesterday. No, they did a fantastic job of making it. They even told me, the hardest thing is going to be welding on the motor mounts, making sure that they're in the exact right spot. And, we measured and remeasured and remeasured and cut them off and re-welded them back on and cut them off and re-welded them back on. And we got them about as perfect as they could be. Like, what we measured, and it was like 1/64th off from the other one or something.
Something, yeah.
That's like
pretty close.
Some unbelievable. No. It was measured in hundredths. It was 5/100ths of an inch. We got a micrometer on there, and figured out what the difference side to side was.
Right, and there's enough adjustment in there that didn't matter.
Yeah, 5/100ths of an inch apart from each other. That's basically the same. All right, so. What was hardest about it? I guess it was the motor mounts. It was hard. It was hard getting it aligned in the tunnel. We had it on the, we had it suspended on chains, on the cherry picker, pulling it in, sliding it in between the frame rails and getting it into the tunnel, kind of getting everything aligned. That took some effort. And at one point it slipped off of our floor jacks, and then it was dangling there. And that was not a good position for it to be in.
But no harm, no foul.
But no harm, yeah. It was, we got it corrected. So that part was hard.
If we knew now, right? If we knew then what we know now, it wouldn't have been too hard to put it in the tunnel. But it's kind of a tricky. You're having to continuously adjust,
right,
as you're coming in. You guys have probably seen that engine in that Wrangler, right? There's not a whole lot of room.
There's not a lot of room.
And so you've got to. I mean, I know how to do it a lot better now.
Yeah.
But it took a little while for us to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, we didn't realize how much of a pivot point there is on it. Like when you raise the transmission, how much it moves the top of the back engine, the back top, away from the firewall.
Right.
And that made all the difference. Like as soon as we started lifting the transmission higher, the engine would pivot back and make it so that we could push it all the way in and get it into the motor mounts.
Right. And
yeah.
I will say this. There was a whole lot more room for that 3.8 in there than there is for that 6.2.
That's true. All right. Joe also asked, have you ever dugged it?
Well, Doug's a special kind of guy.
Dugging it is a special kind of activity.
It is.
Like it's more than just accidents. It seems like, I don't know, Bill, you tell me what you think. Is dugging it also, there's an element of he kind of did it to himself too?
It's a level of confidence.
It's a confidence level. Yeah.
But I will.
That is true.
It's doing it with meaning and effort. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
and committing. You can't dug it unless you commit it.
It's a full commitment
It's
activity.
A commitment, and you know what? and when it happens, when it works, it's beautiful. But then once in a while,
Well, Doug has a special kind of a black cloud that follows his around. But I've had trouble with the 35 spline axle shafts. I've managed to blow 2 of those up in 1 year.
Yes, you did.
So those kind of count as Doug'd it.
That's kind of Doug in it. I think my Doug in it moment would probably go back to very early in our wheeling, Gary, when I broke the ears off of a steering box.
Yes,
that felt like a Doug in it thing because I kind of did it to myself. I over torqued those bolts. I wasn't paying attention to the torque specs, and those are cast steel, or is cast iron? It's cast.
It's cast.
So that's probably cast steel.
Probably cast steel.
So they're brittle. If you add extra torque to it, it makes it brittle, and they broke off, and then I had to get off the trail making 11-point turns.
and us winching you around corners.
Yeah, and winching around corners.
That was a long night.
Yeah, that was rough, but it wasn't as bad as breaking a sector shaft. But
which you've done.
Which I've done that too.
Yeah. You're in the same club as Doug on the sector shaft.
On the sector shaft, no doubt. All right. Well, everybody has had their Doug it moment. Jay asks, what did Gary's JKU weigh before starting the 2.0 build? Do you have a guess for after 2.0 is all wrapped up? You know what? I don't have a weight. I don't know. I don't put these things to memory or even go check it.
Didn't you weigh it?
I'll bet you know my weight better than I know it.
Somehow around 57 or 1,500 pounds comes to mind.
Okay. And now you probably know how much weight I'm adding. The engine is only taking off a negligible handful of pounds. So, but
I think
it's a 60 and 80 weights.
And your Atlas too.
And the Atlas is heavier.
Yeah. So, boy, I would guess it's going to probably come in maybe about 6,300.
6,300. Wait, you're just adding weight for the new axles. You're not subtracting the old axles.
Well, the new axles alone are going to weigh over probably about 1,100 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And I would say that's probably 500 pounds more than
wow.
Most.
All right. Well, you're probably right. What'd you say again?
I said it's going to be about 62 to 6,300.
63. All right. We're going to wait. I bet you're going to be spot on because you know these things way better than I did.
You should do a contest, and whoever guesses the closest weight to the pound wins something.
Oh, that would be pretty fun. All right, Jay. Look, you may have just inspired something. Kurt is asking Emily wants to know if a Grand Cherokee is a good first Jeep. Well, absolutely. Heck yeah.
Grand Cherokee, you mean like a ZJ?
A ZJ or oh no, it's not an XJ. An XJ is just a Cherokee.
Well, the WJ.
Well, so yeah. Oh, how new of a Grand Cherokee? I mean, if it's a ZJ, that's buildable, and it's a WJ. You can do some stuff to it, but a WK, it's not really a builder.
Not a WK.
I mean, it's a Jeep. It counts as a Jeep, but you're not really going to do anything to that Jeep.
Maybe more of an overland type thing, maybe.
Maybe you could do some overlanding with it, a roof rack, and some stiffer springs, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, for overlanding, it'd probably be fine.
I've seen some pretty cool WJ builds. They do some really cool stuff with them.
Yeah.
All right, well there you go, Emily. Look for that sweet WJ. John, I did John's already. Chris asks, what's the lowest PSI you'd be willing to go without beadlocks in the snow?
Around 6. I think you're really asking for trouble if you drop below that.
I think you're asking for trouble at 6.
It really depends on the weight of your vehicle and a lot of the factors. I'm really heavy, so in the back I don't go that low just because I'm afraid it's going to pop right off. The front, I'll drop the front to 6.
Most of the time in the snow, you don't have rocks that are going to kind of push in a tire at a position, and then force the pop bead. I mean, six might be the right number, Gary, if you're really talking about what's the lowest PSI you'd be willing to go. I'm not sure that I would
I've
say
seen them.
it's a low and safe number.
I've seen them come off, lose their beads at 6 before too.
Yes, so that's why I'd want to pick a number where I don't lose a bead.
Maybe 8 to 10.
I think I probably wouldn't go lower than 8 if I were doing snow wheeling with non-bead locks, just so that I had a little bit of buffer to not.
It's a
to
royal
not pop
pain
bead.
to reset them.
It's a
too,
it's a big
when
pain.
They get snow in them
and then you're
stuff.
in the snow, in the cold, and nobody wants to do that. Who wants to do that? All right. Well, there you go, Chris. David asked, let's see. A few podcasts ago, you said you'll never change your Jeep. You have it tuned. Now look at you. Yeah.
You said it was dialed in,
I did.
and now you have to redial it.
I have to redial it. No, I just said that right now too. I mean, when I had it on 37s, oh man, yeah, I'm probably gonna miss that Jeep. I mean, it was totally dialed in, man. I was banging it on everything. Not like once I got it to that point, not breaking stuff.
Well, Gary, I bet
it was a great
some
Jeep.
people here might be willing to, trade back. So
If-
we could go get your 3.8 that's sitting out there, and your tranny. We could put it all back in.
Or if you want my dialed in on 37s, I got all the parts to buy and add on to your Sport. You got a Sport that you want to get,
Yeah,
I got
that's
the
true.
Rubicon transfer case, I got the axles, I got the tires and the bead locks and suspension components.
It's got a spare engine.
spare engine,
Just
so
buy a
if you,
salvage roller and build it up.
so you too can have a dialed in 37s.
I think a lot of people are waiting for you to post that up. But I will say this. It's a good thing you didn't sell that stuff off, because guess what we're doing to figure out some of the geometry?
Oh yeah, we're having to go off of the old axle and
Yeah.
figure things out. Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, all of it. I'm looking at all of the old stuff to like, hey, how did all this thing connect up? And when I had to connect the AC lines, like that was a big pain in the butt. Yeah, like there's hoses and lines up the wazoo that you have to like figure out how to get connected again. And yeah, that's been tough. Well, David also commented that he's been trying to tell James to go to 40s instead of 37s. You know what? I bet James is going to go to 40s.
I think he will.
He's not going to be happy
Well, he's got trust Rubicon
not
axles
being able
on
to
a
do the
TJ.
trails we can do.
Yeah, I'll bet he will. I'll bet he will.
James, you're going to have to get 40s if you want to keep up with us, buddy. Um,
What? Oh, look at Cody.
David said that his wife Kim just ordered the hoodies.
Yay.
Yes, but unfortunately, you're right, David. You won't have them before KOH. So
Oh,
sorry
man.
about that.
That's right. David's going to Kate. So Cody, did you see what Cody wrote?
No, what did Cody write?
Who has the coolest white 4-door JK on 40s and tons? Who you have gone to Moab with?
Battle wagon.
Yeah, Battle Wagon.
Well, he honed that
Yeah.
in about as specific as he could make it. Well, Cody, that would be your rig, is the coolest white 4-door JKU on 40s and tons, and with an Atlas, and there was another thing he added in on that too. I forget.
Then
now.
went to Moab
and
with
went
you.
to Moab, yeah. Yeah, Cody, it's all you, buddy.
Cody came through though on the Atlas for you.
He did. Oh my God, he took my call and we Facebook chatted
Yeah.
live and everything, and help me kind of get the Atlas all set up. That was another tough thing. I didn't consider that as part of the swap, but that was hard because I did the adjustments like they said to do it, got it bolted up. And then once it's up and all the shifters and everything connected, it wasn't shifting. And couldn't really figure out any more troubleshooting to do with it up, so I had to drop it again. And it's hard. It's a pain to get that Atlas up and then back down again. And but we did it and then figured out how to get it shifting back on the floor and then put it up, and now it's working great. So I'm excited. Brian asked, what do you use for communication in case of emergency? So stuff like a spot, a sat phone, etc. I think for local wheeling, we don't really do a whole lot. But Gary, you've done research on this.
I've taken a sat phone a couple of times when I was out in really out there in Canyonlands National Park.
Right.
Nowadays, I don't know if I would do that. I think the ham radio probably I can broadcast far enough out even there. So pretty much the ham that I've got in there. I had the all the repeaters in Colorado are programmed in. So, if we got in trouble, I was able to, I could
Right.
get on a repeater and bounce off to the local Jeep clubs.
Right. And you also, but you did, I think you rented a satellite phone for a Rubicon trip the first time. Or was that somebody else that brought a sat phone?
That was
We had a sat phone.
That was Greg that brought the
Oh,
sat
Greg
phone.
brought the sat phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did have a sat phone for the Rubicon. Nowadays, though, on the Rubicon, if you've got a ham radio, you've got it
Yeah.
made. They've got a repeater that covers all the ham radio.
Right.
All of the Rubicon, and it's monitored 24/7. So if you get in trouble, you can jump on the repeater and you can reach people immediately.
That's awesome.
And they'll patch you through like on telephones to the authorities and stuff. So, but if you're really, really out there, I'd say a sat phone, a spot might be interesting. I think the spots you can push I'm in trouble with the GPS.
Yeah, so you get the Spot, and there's the DeLorme has their little pocket one that I keep in the Jeep, and that allows you to text from your cell phone. Basically, it connects to the little GPS unit. We used that in Canada actually when we did the whipsaw.
Yeah, so I guess it just depends like how remote you are. Yeah, it's a good question though.
Awesome. Let's do, so before we jump, there's one more question, then we'll jump outside or into the garage to fire up this LS, Gary, see how it goes. But before we do that, one of the things that I mentioned that I was filling up was I almost have the radiator filled up.
Yeah.
And of course, my radiator is a Griffin radiator. And Griffin makes the best radiators. They're out there at KOH, and they are known as the best race radiators. I'm super excited to get that in. It is the cleanest finished thing that I've ever seen. It's all aluminum. It's not a partial aluminum, partial plastic. And it is a beautiful thing. I got it, 2 gallons out of 3 that are in it now, and we're just got to finish filling it up as soon as it starts sucking down water into the and coolant into the engine when we start it up. So if you want the best radiator, you got to head on over to griffinrad.com. We got a buddy to help us out. Hey, what's up, Doug?
Since 1981, Griffin Radiators has focused on manufacturing the very best high-performance aluminum heat exchangers in the industry. Griffin understands that a quality cooling system is critical to the consistent and reliable performance of your engine. Again, check them out at griffinrad.com or give them a call. That's griffinrad.com, and let them know you heard about them on the Northwest Jeepcast.
Oh my gosh. Isn't Doug just the best at that?
He is.
Man, what a pro.
Man.
So silky.
Yeah, silky voice.
Silky smooth. Aaron chimed in with another comment. It's kind of as a comment, not so much a question. Come on, Aaron, at least kick us a question. Speaking of Cody, he had the most trouble at Moab because his rig was almost too big for some of the trails.
Can you be too big for Moab?
I don't know that you can be too big. I'm not sure that that's what it is. I think I don't know. Maybe it depends on how you define too big. So I actually think 40s on a 3.8. There's not enough power to get those tires moving. It's too big to get wheel spin, right? So like one example was going up Rocker Knocker, right? Like I managed to on my second attempt bump my way straight up the middle of it, just bomb up it. Now. Aaron's going to remind me, I'm sure, that I smashed into a big wall, and which is true.
and
but
his
I
bumper-
made it up.
You did make it.
I made it up.
And Cody couldn't get enough wheel spin.
And Cody couldn't make it up.
Yeah.
He had the 40s.
He has a Pentastar.
Oh, he's on the 3.6?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, I had that wrong. But still, I think it was wheel speed. Just couldn't get enough momentum on this. Just a bigger tire, and I think every little bit of that matters. But he beefed it up, man. Now he's got the supercharger.
Yeah, Cody's
he's like, I'm not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah, he's prepared this time.
So he's gonna be bombing up that on the next Moab trip, I'm sure.
I wonder if he's gonna have a big dent in his front bumper.
No, no. Everybody's gonna learn their lesson from that, and definitely.
So when you get on top, veer right a little bit.
That's right. That's right. John is reminding me of that. Even though the radiator is super clean right now,
Yeah.
it's not going to be long for it to be very, very dirty.
Will you ever wash it?
I got it. So we got that question too about washing it. Joe asked if we ever wash them or if we just let the rain do it. I don't care a whole lot about the body and kind of getting it clean, but it's impossible to work on your Jeep. Check all the bolts and check all your torques and re-oil stuff when you got globs of mud underneath it. So I do like to take it, after a wheeling trip, if not that night, the next day, to power wash, all the mud out from underneath it. Because if you let it sit for a week, that mud turns to rock, and you'll not get it out. Like it's rough.
You'll have to put a sprinkler under there for a while
and soak it up. Yeah. So that's what I do. I don't wash the body a whole lot. Like it's got scratched up and all that kind of stuff.
I clean mine up. I don't really want it to rust out or whatever. But I mean, I'm not out there. The thing is not a beauty queen anymore. It's got lots of problems on the body.
All right, buddy. And I don't know. Is it time to go? Is it time to go outside? Should we go into the garage? We got a little bit of setup, so folks, you gotta hang tight with us, especially if you're on the pod only. Gary and I got to get our portable stuff set up.
I'm gonna go wireless on the Sling Studio, and then I'll try to wrangle a camera out there.
All right, get a camera. Start walking out there. Start walking out there, Bill. And Gary, I'm gonna leave these recording. This is on 1. And look at all this stuff. You guys test.
We're taking the little zoom out.
We're going to take the zoom out. Test. Okay, that's good. And test. Test. Okay, that's good.
Oh, is that going to go wirelessly to that?
No.
Oh.
So audio, we're going to go audio from your video camera out to YouTube. Folks, oh, look at that. Chris says fire it up. Matt, start it. Sean, what? Why is Sean on here? Sean from Costa Rica on his 25th anniversary vacation. Dude, you got your priorities all messed up. If if you're checking out our show when you should be doing hotel stuff, let's just call it that. Hotel stuff. All right, we are switching mics now. All right, so now I am on this one. I gotta take my headset off.
Can I put you in charge of this?
Gary, you want to hold on to that?
And we got to just set it somewhere.
We're walking down through the halls now. Bill's going to gather up a video camera. So, Bill, as far as you know, is that video camera picking up audio and sending it out to the stream?
Yeah.
Nice. And just drop something. Let's see what that is. This is okay?
I don't need that.
Okay, we'll put this down. All right, he's disconnected that camera. We're walking out through the house. We are now going through the house. And Anne-Marie's right here. Hey, Anne-Marie.
Hey.
Here's my video camera. All right. Camera. Lily!
Let's
Lily
do this.
gets to play too. All right, we're making our way
Come on.
to the garage. Here we go. Now, Gary, you want to grab that too? Come with me. Oh, Emery, can you grab my... I didn't bring the Jeep keys. Can you bring me the Jeep keys? I'm just going to turn on a light over here so we get more light.
Where are we going to put this, Bill?
Oh, you just plop that anywhere flat.
Did I? I did not bring the Jeep keys out. All right, so one of the things that we're going to do is, Gary, you're going to have to narrate this because I'm going to load... I'm going to now hand you... You got your mic. Yep. I'm going to load up fuel because we got to get fuel in it. Now, you explain why, Gary.
Oh, the reason why is that the LS doesn't run on like 87. So you had a lot of 87 in there, I think. So you're adding a 110 octane.
110 octane.
Racing fuel.
Yep.
Right, so that he's bringing the overall octane up to a satisfactory level for an LS3. How many gallons you putting in, Gary?
We're putting in 3 gallons.
3 gallons of 110.
Yep. Bill, what do you got going on over there?
All right, I'm moving across here, and I'm going to get you a little zoom in here.
So, yep, this has got to be proof right here that we've not started it up yet, because I wouldn't have started it up with just 87. So,
waiting on Gary. It takes a little while to get the 3 gallons in it. Probably should open the garage door when you start it out.
oh, that's a good idea. Emery, you want to hit the garage door?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Left my phone in the other room. Are we still?
So what?
I'm
Okay.
gonna set this camera down over here for a second,
All right.
and I'm gonna grab my Wi-Fi hotspot.
I think it's gonna fall.
Ah,
No, we're good.
I wonder if you lost everybody from that. Got the Wi-Fi hotspot. Oh, we have to put fluids in, Emery.
Oh, got it. Okay, just checking. And there's a box up here?
Where'd you put it? No? Bob?
There.
There's a box right there?
Oh, there is a box up there, Gary.
We'll move it.
Okay.
I can move it.
There's a box with the pretty Corvette motor. Emery
You didn't
just
take a picture
just
of that.
grabbed it. Oh yeah. We're waiting for Bill to get back. Hey Bill, you ought to take a shot of the look at the console in there.
Look
Center
at that
console,
beauty
man.
in
Look at
there.
this, man, a 2010 Wrangler with a 2012 forward console.
How about that shifter?
Look at that.
All right, I don't need to get the last ounces in there. I think
No.
it's good.
Are we good, Gary?
I think it's good.
Holy cow.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Then we're gonna have to. How are we gonna pour fluids and talk and?
I don't know how we're gonna do all of that together, Gary. So I don't know. We might have to go silent for a minute. We'll let the Jeep start up. Bill, you have a free hand too? You know what? I'm not too worried about that. No, he doesn't. which one are you worried about? I'm worried about the power steering.
All right.
So let's make sure that we got. Oh, that's not power yet. Let me get.
Well, we're not quite ready.
Oh, we're doing things live here, Gary.
I gotta get up in the air to see
Boy.
what how much to put in there.
Oh boy.
You got a step stool right there. Swing that step stool over for you. We're literally opening up Swepco 715 power steering fluid. It's what's recommended by PSC to go in all their steering stuff. All right, so that's that. You can just put that down, Gary. I'm gonna put mine down too. We're gonna go silent here for a second and let the engine speak for itself.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry about that.
All right. You got that and you're ready? Pour it this way, right? So you go that way. Yep. All right. So I'm going to
Fire extinguisher.
keep the fire extinguisher handy. Emery, you gotta record now.
I know. Okay, that's right here.
And I got to see that this is totally real time and live. I'm gonna move over here behind you, or move that way, whichever way. All right.
Oops, he's got electricity.
Scared me.
We got power. Now, hopefully it starts, because we haven't used this battery in a long time.
Look at that pretty Corvette engine.
So we're priming this up right now. It says to put it into run a couple of times, and it's likely going to be loud. Emery, go horizontal. Can you start a new video?
Okay.
And go horizontal.
All right. Hold
Thanks.
on. Let me back up then.
All right. And
Okay. Go.
now, all right, folks, you guys ready? Here we go.
Gary
got it started up. It started up.
All right,
man.
I want everyone
All right,
to
so-
fess up now. What was the over
Let's
under
see,
on
we
that?
got people say this is so hello L, the sweatshirt so bright. Fingers crossed. Good luck. That's a nice oil cap, Gary. Oh, yes, it is, James. It was a beautiful oil cap. Friends don't let friends shoot vertical video. That's from Aaron commenting on me asking Emery to go.
Oh, okay.
John Woot. Bo, yes. David, that's so awesome, Gary. Chris Martin, fingers. Rocker fingers. Jay, woohoo. It's alive from David. Aaron, mine too. Heard her start. Sean is clapping. The sound is so loud. It makes the video buffer.
It sounds like a big V8.
And Sean then says, oh, I guess we're back to buffering again, Bill. People are saying fix it. So, all right, we're working on that, but now working on it. All right. Yeah, dude, it started up.
Unbelievable.
To me, it's unbelievable as well. I was not expecting a startup because I don't think I've ever done anything right the first time.
Well,
everything takes 3 tries.
Apparently got hooked up.
It got hooked up, man. And holy cow, that sound, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that there's no muffler on it yet, so it's louder than it should. But
It sounds, yeah.
that was
It
unbelievable.
sounds like what every guy dreams of. A big LS in their Jeep.
That's pretty much on the top of my dream list too. Yep, absolutely.
I'm sure they're all going, oh, man.
All right. Well, there's a lot of stuff that came together for that. We love our buddies over at Northridge, of course. When you need all your Jeep parts, bumpers, winches, head on over to Northridge 4x4. You can use our coupon code NWJeepcast. It's the best coupon code on the internet. It's good for up to 10% off and free shipping on orders over $70. That's coupon code NWJeepcast. Hey, Molly.
Due to manufacturer agreements, not all lines are eligible for discount. Packages, gift cards, previous purchases, and sale items are also excluded. Visit www.northridge4x4.com/discount-code-conditions for further details.
Way to go, Maul. Hey, Master Pull, Victor and the boys. It's the season, man. It's called snow wheeling, and people get stuck all the time. It's about the time of the year to go get yourself a super yanker. And if you need any winch line, they got that too. The famous Superline
yes.
XD.
XD. Fully sheathed the whole way.
Sheathed the whole way, man.
Yes, that's awesome. And we got a new deal for all of you. We love our new friends over at TNT Customs. They got a bunch of stuff. I got my skid plate for them that I think, as far as I can tell, they're the only ones that make a skid plate for a JK and an LS engine.
That big LS we just heard?
The big LS that we just heard. Oh my God, what a wonderful sound. What a wonderful sound indeed.
Did you have your fingers crossed when you
I said a quick prayer. I won't lie, Gary. I said a quick prayer. And so a little bit more. Hey, Sammy, can you give us a little bit of help, please?
At TNTCustoms.com, you can use our coupon code NWJeepcast19. That'll get you 10% off, up to $100 in savings, and free shipping. With TNT Customs, you can master your terrain. For bumpers, skid systems, suspensions, and more for your Jeep CJ through JL, visit TNTCustoms.com. That's coupon code NWJeepcast19, the number 19. TNTCustoms.com.
All right.
You put everybody to work.
Gary, it's the only way, man.
Bill's working.
It's a family operation here. It's a family operation. We're growing our family. It's our Jeep family, Gary.
It sure is.
It sure is. It's the only way it works, and I think people like it that way.
And Jason over at 7offroad.com, they've got a great little gig going on there, and Jason's a really great wheeler. But they got those famous JT Brooks tire deflators over there, Gary.
That's right.
And I've got a set.
They work great. I know we've enjoyed it, but I've also enjoyed using my up-down air solution from updownair.com.
Yeah,
and
you've been promising.
I finally got the interview with
You did?
Scott. I did. I got it. And we're going to air that next
right.
week. Next week's episode, that'll get aired. So all of the excitement around your total air solution, being able to air up all 4 tires at the same time, well, we're going to hear all about it right from the owner's mouth. Scott and a surprise guest, Sean, is visiting. Not our Sean, a different Sean.
A different Sean?
A different Sean. But you'll have to hear about that more later. Maybe I'll surprise you too, Gary.
I am surprised.
I'm going to keep secrets from you, Gary.
Dang, I'll be It'll be just like the big LS firing up. It'll be the first time I knew.
That's right. Pixeldecals.com. That's where we're getting all of our T-shirts and our hoodies done, and they do great with decals. It's fantastic times.
Yeah, and what about our buddies over at Vision X USA, Garrett?
Mark and his crew over there do a fantastic job with the lights. Mark loves to say lights before lockers. I'm kind of 50-50 on that one, but I appreciate where he's coming from.
Well, he does work at a lighting place.
He works at a lighting place, no
Not a
doubt.
locker place.
And I wonder if his friends in ARB don't like that he says that. Like, I know he has friends that work at ARB, so
Yeah, I wonder how that goes.
yeah, that might be a strange relationship.
You got a new set of